Erik's been talking again. He's very bullish. He's very confident about his future at Manchester United. He's talking about Murto. He's talking about the team. We're looking ahead to Bournemouth, obviously, as well on tonight's show. More news coming out tonight about Mason Greenwood. I don't think it's anything that we didn't already know, but we're going to get into some other details as well on that one and get your guys' thoughts on what you think is going to happen tomorrow at Bournemouth. It is a massive game for United. Bournemouth already safe, done and dusted, 41 points in the bag. They're just in this sort of, I don't know what you would call it, like the safe zone, where you just don't know what you're going to get from a team at this stage of the season. It's like, and don't think anyone expected Bournemouth to be as comfortable as they was at this stage of the season, but they are, and United are rolling into town. Does that hamper teams, or does it give them does it give them the benefit of not having the pressure on? That's what we want to discuss as well. We're starting with Ten Hag, though. He's been talking in his press conference. This is Forever United TV. I'm Adam. Welcome along to the live show. Friday evening, everybody. Weekend is here. Football is back tomorrow. United have a tricky tie down on the south coast at Bournemouth. I'm not fully confident. We're going to get into the team and the injury news and everything that Ten Hag has confirmed over the last few hours in his press conference as well, and then make our team together on what the best way forward is for Manchester United. Let's get into it. Let's get into the chat as well, guys. You guys were awesome earlier on, by the way. Thank you for tuning in as me and Kaz were live outside at Old Trafford. I have got Jay hopefully coming on the show as well, guys. We're just waiting for him to get set up, and then we'll try and get him in and get his thoughts on the game ahead tomorrow and everything else that's breaking Manchester United news-wise. But how is everybody? I can see all of your comments now. Kaz did a fantastic job earlier on in talking to you guys. Thanks for tuning in and watching, like I said, guys. We did have loads of comments on that video. Really appreciate you guys getting involved, and the community here on FUTV is as strong as ever. As you can see, bottom left-hand corner, we did pass the 42,000 subscriber mark. That threshold gone. That's away. We move on to the next target. Let's bring on the 43 as we close in on 50k, guys. What was Ten Hag saying today then? What's been going on at United, and what can we get our teeth into in our conversation tonight? I mean, the whole Murto conversation, I'm going to get into it actually. Let's see what was actually said regarding Erik Ten Hag and, well, not so much the immediate future, or Ten Hag's immediate future. It's more on what's happening around him. He just seems very, very confident, and I'm not having it. I think he's faking it a bit. I think he's putting on a big front, because we're still hearing the stories that he's definitely struggling to keep his job. So I'm just going to go into what he was saying overall, the press conference. He started off, and we had the usual questions coming in, but I'll start with what he was saying about John Murto, which was, it's very important the new ownership is working on this to replace his function, as in what happens now, and needing someone else in place of John. For the moment, of course, I miss his support. He's moved on. We worked very good together. I say thank you to John and wish him all the best in the future, as a manager would, to be honest, someone you've worked with. No, it won't fit my plans for me. As I said previously, I work with the new ownership very good, closely together. It will not change. It doesn't have an impact on the way I can work here. The immediate is how you work and get actual results on the pitch, Erik. I think that's what's important to all of us. And then he went into talking about the back four, which we'll touch on again in a minute when we start talking about the game and everything. But he just seems to be very, very bullish. Like the comment that came out about him saying he has a really, really good relationship, like a full-on understanding relationship with the new ownership. It's like, you're kidding no one at the moment, mate. Like, everyone that you work with around you is falling away. It is. I've just slicked off my screen there for a minute, guys. I just have to thank my amazing team again, my members, because we've had a load of donated members that have come in perfect timing for the weekend, in fact. I'm just going to read through them all now. First of all, we had one donated by... actually, no. First of all, it was the legend that is MDRN Samurai, who donated 10 memberships. 10 on a Friday night on the eve of the watch-along. That's absolutely crazy. Thank you, MDRN. We love you, mates. I know you love us, but we love you even more. Thank you so much again for your massive contribution. And them have gone to the memberships, that is, to Leo, to Guess. Welcome back, Guess. Darian Sweeney, Christopher, Sir Jin, Busby Babes 1958, William Simpson, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It was interrupted by another jump and a load of gifted memberships as well from Daz Salford. But the last two for MDRN were Matt Thrower and Ryan86. Then we had Daz Salford, who jumped in and gifted another 5 memberships that have gone to Guy Dub, Michael Manning, Pep Dynasty, AJ and Sean Hockbridge. And Gary Owen has taken another one donated by another legend of the channel. All 3 of these guys are absolutely top notch, and that was General Foodie. Thank you so much, guys. Really appreciate your contributions. Again, 16 members already on this live stream alone is absolutely mental. It's fantastic. We have got the best community going. We really have, haven't we? It is awesome. But yeah, going back into what was said, Erik Ten Hag and how confident he is about his position right now. It's like, I just don't see it. For me personally, and this is all opinion piece, I'm not going to say this is a definite or anything like that, but like you guys know on this show, I like to just give my opinion on what I see it as, and I'm just like, no, you cannot be that confident. I think he's just doing his manager's job. He's trying to deflect away and talk around the situation at hand. Like, now Murto has gone. I think that's the biggest sign that the shake-up is coming. We talked earlier on today outside Old Trafford about this situation and where he is right now with Murto being moved on. It was Arnold before that. Obviously, everyone else has fallen away now at the club, and Ineos are really taking hold of the situation. We were talking about the situation with Dan Ashworth coming in as well, in where we are at with Manchester United discussing compensation with Newcastle, where that's at with Sir Jim Radcliffe meeting face-to-face with Amanda Staveley. There's a lot going on right now. There's an awful lot going on, and I feel like Ten Hag is just in the middle of all of the carnage, and he's the one man that can't really be touched yet, because there's no definite on anyone else coming into Manchester United or any other manager being available to come into Manchester United. That's what we're dealing with right now, and I think that's what we have to just say is what's happening. I'm just going to see if we can get my man Jay in on the stream as well. I'm just going to see if we can get Jay in. Just bear with me 1 second, guys. While I try and jiggle things around a little bit. Jay has been dying to get on and talk. 1 second. He's been dying to get on and talk about everything that's been going on this week. He enjoyed my video the other night, which was about Ten Hag and why he's getting away with things. And yeah, I think it is just a case of right now with Ten Hag and what he's saying. I think he's just trying to deflect away from what really is going on. I think that's where we're at with it. I'm not sure why Jay is not actually popping up on my screen right now. I don't know what is going on, guys, but I'm trying to get to the bottom of it. Trying to do 2 things at once. Why is Jay not there? I'm going to try this one. Yep, sorry, guys. This is just what happens when it comes to live YouTube and trying to bring guests in while you're actually going at it. Bear with me 1 second. Right. Now let's try it. Okay, I think Jay should be coming on the screen any second. Then we'll get his say on things. Hopefully he does. There he is. And I'm right in the way. Of course I am. So I'm just going to scoot across. See that there? Look, I'm good at my technology as well. I can do everything. Let's check it. We can all hear him and everything's all right. Jay, are you there, buddy?
Adam, good evening.
I can't hear you, Jay.
Good to be here.
You are muted, I think, mate. Why can't I hear Jay? Can everyone else hear Jay, or is it just me? Is he talking... why is he talking like that? And I'm not hearing him. Technical issues all the time. Guys, can you hear him? I don't think anyone else can hear him. I'm just going to double check, make sure everything is all right. Bear with us, guys. I will get to the bottom of it. We can. We can hear Jay. Right, so it's just me. I must have things on mute. What is going on? Why can't I hear Jay then? Why am I... Hang on a minute.
I can hear your echo,
see
Adam.
What's going on here? Right. Oh, God knows what's going on. I think it's from my side now. This is bad. Right. You can all hear him. I can't. I'm going to figure out what is going on. Jay, talk to me again, mate. Let's see if I can hear you. Oh, damn.
Okay, so happy
Damn
Friday,
blast.
Adam.
What's happening?
Full credit you on
I've got
that
2 of
big
Jay
brass
on my
balls
screen
video
right now.
that you did during the week.
So I don't know if that's the issue. For God's
You got
sake.
2 for 1. Lovely.
I'm going to have to try this again. Try and figure out what's going on here. Oh, man. Right. Let's just try this. Damn it. I hate technology sometimes. I really do. I'm still trying. Guys, keep talking as well, guys. Keep letting me know what you think about what I just said. Right. I don't know if it's because I've got 2 of him. Right. Why can I not hear Jay? Right. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna have to do this all again. I'm gonna have to get rid of Jay. In fact, I'm gonna go out and come back in. And then oh God, sorry guys. Sorry. I'm playing around here like an idiot, and hopefully I can fix this. Right. I still cannot hear Jay. This is mental, man. Right. Sorry, guys. I'm going to have to get rid of Jay and just... No, I can't get rid of him. No, it won't let me get rid of him. Oh, we've had a complete meltdown. Complete and utter meltdown on the show, guys. Well, this is Friday night, and everything happens on a Friday night. I can only apologise. I haven't got a clue what is going on now. I don't know if Jay is there. I don't know if he isn't. I don't know what you guys can see. And yes, it's complete and utter carnage right now. Right, I think I have got rid of Jay. I'm going to have to try and bring him back in again. Let me just see. Right, bear with me a second, guys. I'm going to give this one more go. I know it's frustrating. I'll try to get on with the show. We will get on with the show, guys, I promise. And we will get this working. Okay. Right. I keep seeing 2 of him, and it is insanely off-putting. I know you can see Jay. I can't see him, no. I can't get rid of him either out of my thing either now, so it's completely knackered. Oh, God. Let's see. Oh, God damn it. Sorry, guys. I'm going to have to try and just... Oh, right. God's sake, come on. I can't get him out of my screen. This is going completely and utterly wrong. I'm having a mare. I'm having a complete and utter mare. I can't. I'm going to smash my screen. I'm losing my rag. I'm losing it. Technology is doing my head in. Oh, God, right. Can't reboot because I lose everything that's on my screen right now. So I either lose Jay or lose you guys. And right now, I'm just getting insanely frustrated with absolutely everything. Like, Jay sat there and I can't talk to him, but you guys can see him. Ah, God's sake. I hate technology sometimes when it just screws you over like this. Right. We go again. Let's see what else I can do. Oh, my God. Right. Let's see. If I go back in for Jay again. Oh, babe, honestly, it's not happening. It's a nightmare. Right. Kazzy's getting frustrated downstairs. I'm getting frustrated upstairs. The internet is working fine, but technology... Oh, God, I hate it. I hate it with a passion. Right, let's see. One more time, and then I'm going to have to just completely scrap it because it's doing my treeing. Let's see if I can get him in and I can actually hear him. Otherwise, we've got problems again. All right, sorry, guys. I'm going to try and get him in one more time. Jay, can you hear me, mate? I don't think Jay can hear me now. Oh, Oh, man, I'm going to have to scrap this. This is not working. Oh, God. Right. That's it. Sorry, guys. I'm going to have to carry on the show. Jay's technology absolutely dulls me in, I swear to God. Like, Jay's tried to get back from work and now I can't even get him on. He's sat there now and it's just a nightmare. Guys, talk to me. Jay, I'm sorry, mate. I cannot. Hang on a minute. Jay, can you talk to me, mate, please? Right. We'll see if Jay can come back on in a minute. I'm going to talk to you guys for a second. Sorry about this, guys. I know it's messed the show up completely and we've not talked about anything that we needed to. Oh, God, go away. Apparently you spend fortunes on equipment and it's supposed to never break down. Well, yeah, it has. It has. Oh, God. Right. I'll give Jay a chance to actually come back again. I know half of you are sodded off now because the stream was crap and there's nothing to talk about. So we'll try and get back into some form of conversation again about what's happening. Technology at its finest. I can see Jay in the background there, but I don't think he can hear me and I can't hear him now. Jay, can you hear me? Yeah, fuck off, man. Like, seriously, man, I'm done with technology. I hate it. Absolutely with a passion. Guys, talk to me. Let me know what you thought about Ten Hag's comments earlier on today and everything that he said. Do you feel like he's overconfident? Do you think he's just playing it? I want to know what you guys think and everything that was said regarding Murto. He's talking about the back four being the foundation and that being the major issue as well this season. I mean, it's not... For me, it's no excuse. Like, I'm sick of it. Like, he cannot keep using the same old excuses constantly about the back four for me. I just don't think that you can get away with it. Not being a Man United manager and talking like that. We went through why Ten Hag is still here and how he's got away with things the other day on the show. And it was pretty much the same thing again. The press conference, I mean, I'll just read out what was said from Ten Hag. And he's basically said the back four is always the foundation to get great results. We didn't have that. Didn't have it when, Erik? Like, there's been times this season when you've had Varane sat on the bench, mate. You cannot keep going on about this. It's very difficult to keep changing the back four. So everyone who has a little emphasis, little with a hand gesture, he was saying, a bit of knowledge, has a little bit of knowledge about football, a little... oh God, I hate Ten Hag when it's in text. My God, the language barrier. They know it will affect your results and performances. Back four is always the foundation to get results. We didn't have that, but we will see. We will still have to win. We know that, so then others have to take responsibility. But when you oversee, then you know it has a negative impact. Complete waffle. Oh my God! Like, even reading through it, it's like, give it a rest, Erik, with the excuses on the injuries. It's pathetic now. It really is. You've had enough there to win them certain games. And obviously he's talking about that because we were talking earlier on today about Raphael Varane possibly missing the rest of the season. And now we're looking at Johnny Evans being out. And yeah, we're in a position where it's going to be Willy Cambuella and Harry Maguire. Now, was anybody complaining? I don't remember hearing Erik Ten Hag moaning about their performances against Liverpool that weekend. And it's the same thing again. It's like the same players. So why are we trying to find excuses for not having defenders again? Like, it's gone. We're bringing up the past. We're bringing up the old issues. And they're not there now. Like, we've just come off a decent performance defensively, you could say, against Liverpool. The rest of the game wasn't great, but you've got a kid making his Old Trafford debut and a player that's trying to refine his form, or has been trying to refine his form all season in Harry Maguire. And we got through the game. We got a point, and I think everyone would have been happy with a point if you offered them at the start of the game. That's where you're at with what happened at weekend. So why have we actually got an issue right now with the defence? Like, why are we trying to go backwards and talk about games that have gone from weeks before about the defence? We're making excuses for mistakes that were made. So for me, that's trying to cover your tracks on issues that you had beforehand. Deal with what's in front of you now. You've got Bournemouth this weekend, and you've got two defenders there that work well together at the weekend. So let's just talk about that and maybe try and make it look a bit more positive rather than going back over old ground and talking about issues that were there before. Like, we've had good performances from good defenders. Like, remember when Johnny Evans came in back early on in the season? And I think he was there for, I think he got man of the match against Burnley, didn't he? I mean, no one was complaining then when we had to bring Johnny Evans in. It's praising the defence. Do you know what I mean? It's like, and then all of a sudden, like, chopping and changing the defence is a big issue. I understand that it's not easy when you've got changing defences all the time. I'm on that. I'm with that. I am. But I just feel like we don't need to be talking about it now. Like, there's no point. Like, Willie's in, Maguire's in. Let's concentrate on dealing with what's in front of us. Let's just shut that down, maybe, we can say that's gone now. We're just looking at this game ahead with what we've got. That's what we need to do. So I think that, for me, is the important thing, and that's where we could have gone with it. Jay is in the chat. Thank you, Jay. Honestly, mate, I'm sorry that the technology side, I think it was my side tonight. It's nothing to do with Jay, everybody. It's my side, but good to have him in the chat there as well. We'll get it all fixed and get Jay back on tomorrow, guys, I promise. I can only apologise again. MDRN says he doesn't have a system that lets players slot in. That's the problem. There's the points. I think the green sheet has been in the green room. Stephanie. Henry Long says, Adam, what a load of waffle from Erik Ten Hag. I could not stop laughing. He wants to concentrate on his tactics on the pitch. Do you agree? I think he does just need to look at what he's doing now. Like, forget about what's gone past. There's nothing we can do about it now. So let's concentrate on trying to get a win against Bournemouth, which we need. The patterns with back four haven't been developed because of those injuries. Graham, forget about the patterns, mate. I'm not even talking about that, pal. I'm talking about the fact that he's got no issue in talking up a win against Villa, a win against Chelsea with this so-called disruption at the back. It's never a problem then. It's only a problem when we lose. We had the game in our hands against Brentford in injury time. The defence held out and did all right in that game, considering we were battered. No one moaned about it then. Yeah, then you've got Chelsea, obviously in our hands again. Like Liverpool, in our hands again. Like, the games were there. There's no excuse. I'm not talking about patterns. I'm not talking about building the relationships, foundations, and all of that. It's Erik Ten Hag bringing up issues in a press conference that didn't need to be brought up is my issue with where we're at with it. I just don't think he needs to be talking about it. Like, I think Willie played well. I thought Maguire played well the other day. Let's move forward. You've got both fullbacks now. You're the one who's chopping and changing fullbacks every week as well. So it's like 1 week Wan-Bissaka's on the left, 1 week he's on the right. That's a managerial decision. So when you're talking about patterns of play, when you've got two different people running up the left-hand side and then two different people running up the right-hand side every other week, how can you build relationships and patterns when you're making them decisions and chopping the defence around, even when we haven't got room to do that? So, yeah, I'm not giving him any leeway with that one. He's not getting away with it. He's got a good enough defence to handle Bournemouth. It was good enough to put up with a Liverpool onslaught. It's good enough to handle Bournemouth as well. So, yeah, that's what we need to be looking at. Mr. Miracle says, it is an issue. Johnny and Maguire on the pitch creates a large space from defence to midfield. They can't push up like Martinez and Varane with recovery pace. So the style of play changes. I'll take you back, Mr. Miracle. Raphael Varane sat on the bench against Manchester City because Erik Ten Hag wanted Maguire and Evans to, and I quote, control possession, control football, play better football with them two at the back. That was his decision. So again, Mr. Miracle, I see what you're saying. I understand. But let's not forget what Ten Hag has already done. And this is something that he does not bring up. All he talks about is the injuries. And I don't want to let him get away with it. It's like, don't talk about it and no one will have the issue. Him bringing it up and using it as an excuse, again, is a big issue for everyone else. Like, he was the one who got rid of several forwards in January. Manchester United cannot score goals or score enough goals. Like, no one's bringing up why we're not scoring goals over clean sheets. Do you know what I mean? This is where we're at. In fairness, if Erik Ten Hag came out like a wet blanket, we would all slate him. He has to be fake confidence until the end. He's doing his manager's job, Louise. He is. He is faking it. Like I say at the start, I think he is just putting on a brave face right now because it's not easy. I do feel sorry for him with the pressure that he's under. Like, I've seen it with all managers. Even if I don't like certain managers, then I'll still look at it and go, well, yeah, I don't like what I'm seeing. Like, you never want to see a man completely flat, like completely down, like he's just got nowhere to turn. So, yeah, I don't like that. I don't like to see Erik Ten Hag suffer. People not believe that, but I don't. Like, it's not nice to see anyone in a position that he's in right now. And yeah, injuries don't help any situation, but the more you go on about them, the more everyone plays on it. It's like Jose Mourinho did this before. He was talking about the tiredness and the fixture pile-up. And you automatically go into the game as a player, having heard your manager talking about having too many games and being tired. Feeling tired. Like, if someone says, like, you don't look right or you look like you're struggling, then you automatically think, am I? Like, the manager's the one that sets out. If it was me, I'm no manager, I know, but I would be putting out that message like, this is why we have a squad. Because injuries happen in the season. You listen to Iraola talking. He says, we've had a lot of injuries this season, but I don't think there are a lot of injuries. We've had a lot of long-term injuries. So they have been missing key players for longer. The words after that were, this happens in football. This is just what it is. There's a manager in complete control. He had a shocking start. He got over it. He's now got Bournemouth in a safe position with a month and a half left of the season. And Bournemouth are looking to move ahead. New ownership, new training facilities being built, possible new stadium going in. No excuses, just got on with it. And you know what? He has done and performed miracles this season for Bournemouth. He really has. Like, you just wouldn't have seen them being this comfortable. Like, all the other big clubs, like Nottingham Forest, Brentford, Everton, all of these clubs struggling at the bottom. Yes, financial fair play, point deductions and all of that jazz. But still, you would have thought Bournemouth would have been down there. Like, the size of that club to be where they are now, Iraola has done an amazing job. And I praise him for that. I do. And it is going to be a very difficult game. Like, I hate Bournemouth anyway. I hate the ground. I think it's too small. It may sound snobbishy, but I just don't think that stadium belongs in the Premier League. Bournemouth do. Like, nothing against the quality of the team, but that ground, oh, God, like, to get... I think Man United get about, I think Graham will just confirm this, I think we get about 700 or 800 tickets for this game. It's embarrassing. It really is. Like, to have that many. I mean, I've been a couple of times to the stadium. I don't like it at all. I went there last season. Luckily, it was nice weather end of the season, and we had a bit of a weekend there as well. But it really is. It just doesn't seem like it should be in the Premier League. It's a weird ground. And you know what? That plays to their advantage a lot of the time. They do get some results there at the Vitality. They do. It is a difficult ground to go. It does. Graham coming back at me again. Antonio Iraola speaks from a position of strength. The media aren't really interested in anything he says. Position of strength created by, dealing with injuries and not using them as an excuse and playing decent football and getting players to perform better. That's why. Come on, Graham. Seriously, mate. He's still got them. He can't ignore the injuries. So, yeah, when you talk about it, it may be from strength, but who's got them to that position of strength? Him. So, yeah, it's because of him and what he's done with that team that he's in that position. So, yeah. Adam, who would you get to mark Dominic Solanke? It doesn't matter. It does not matter. It's about United just dealing with it. Between Maguire and Kambwala, I do believe we can handle him. Solanke's had a fantastic season. I'm pleased for him. Like the forgotten man at Liverpool, he's took his time to find his feet. He's took his time to find the right club. I do believe that Bournemouth will, in the end, struggle to keep hold of him if he keeps up the form that he's in. And credit to him. He's a difficult player to handle, and I think United found that out at Old Trafford last time. Talking about last time at Old Trafford, Erik Ten Hag, again, this is one that I didn't like from him. When he was talking about Old Trafford, 3-0 defeat. Erik Ten Hag said on this one, when he was asked about Bournemouth and what was coming, he says, "It was after a very good performance against Chelsea in the week. We were mentally not ready for that Bournemouth game." You weren't ready to play Bournemouth at Old Trafford. Them words came out of Erik Ten Hag's mouth today. I mean, I can defend him. You can try and say I am pushing a negative constantly on what he says and everything, but I'm sorry. No Manchester United manager should ever be allowed to say that. Like, you are not mentally prepared for Bournemouth at Old Trafford in the Premier League? Are you taking the piss? Like, no. He goes on from that. They battled us and we lost the battles. And tomorrow will not be different. That is the way we want to play. We want to fight with you. So you go into that fight. Have the conviction, the belief, and you need to support each other to win battles, to outplay them, outrun them, and defending to match the runs. Oh, God. I didn't even read the rest of that, to be honest. I didn't even know that was... I was just looking at we weren't mentally ready for playing Bournemouth at home, and that did me. But the rest of that waffle there from Ten Hag, I'm like, whoa, seriously. Man alive. It's bad, isn't it? Like, we know that all of the teams at the bottom half of the table are going to come and battle. Like, Old Trafford is like a cup final for so many teams. Like, if they smell they smell blood and they know that a Manchester United side isn't quite at it, they're going to go for you. They're going to battle you. That's the tactic. That's what they're going to do. You cannot come out and say you're not ready for that. We know that Manchester United can battle with teams. Like, we've shown a resilience this season in games that we shouldn't have got anything from. But we have. So we know we've got that. And to not be ready for Bournemouth, you already know what Bournemouth are about. How can you not be mentally ready for Bournemouth after you've just won the previous game? You should be buoyed and ready to go. I don't understand that comment, and I've got nothing to come back on it except like, wow, seriously? You just said this? That for me is unacceptable. That for me is Ten Hag, and that's Ten Hag at his worst. Like lost. I think whether there's any of that was lost in translation, I don't know. But right, you cannot accept that. Them words coming out of a Manchester United manager's mouth are not good enough for me. Louis says, I'd be less against him if he had continued going how he was instead of becoming a soft sponge soaking in the toxic mess at United. Erik Ten Hag, dead man walking with comments like this, says Nick. Sajin, Ten Hag has serious communication issues. Henry Long. Adam, predict your score for tomorrow night, please. I'm going to get into that soon enough, guys. Bournemouth were the best team to visit Old Trafford this season. 3-0 flattered United. Yeah, I kind of agree with what Graham said there. They were brilliant on the day. Absolutely brilliant. Ten Hag has the communication skills of a sticky toffee pudding. Can play half as well against Liverpool, and you beat Bournemouth every time. 70% of the time. 70%. Old Trafford hasn't been a fortress this season. Players too complacent. Yeah, it has been a bit of a walk in the park for nearly every team coming to Old Trafford this season. It's not been good enough. It really hasn't. I mean, you look at that Bournemouth team and like what's threatening in that team. Like, who are the major threats within that Bournemouth side? For me, you are looking at Semenyo's had a good season. Sinistera has had a very good season for me. Obviously, we talked about Dominic Solanke. Ryan Christie's a decent player. Lewis Cook, obviously, ever-present. Kluivert's there, isn't he, as well? I mean, they've got some good players, Bournemouth, and they deserve to be where they are. Like, they have, like, Alex Scott's had a good season as well. They have got good players. I mean, going into the teams like there are doubts for a lot. We may get away with it because they have got quite a few injuries right now, Bournemouth. Manchester United are talking about injuries. I mean, you go through their team, like Ryan Fredericks and Luis Sinisterra are both out of the game. Then you've got doubts over Semenyo, Tavernier. It's like we go on about Manchester United like we're their only team that's got injuries right now. We're not. Like, everyone's had to deal with injuries this season. I think tomorrow will be about character again. Like, Ten Hag, I feel like the only defence I've got for him when it comes to that mentality check thing and not being mentally prepared for Bournemouth at home is to switch on to his players. And, like, they will be watching the press conference and they'll go, he's actually just come out and outed us there a little bit by saying that we weren't mentally ready for that Bournemouth game. I remember at the time Bruno Fernandes saying something similar, like we just weren't prepared. Like, how are you not prepared for a game in the Premier League at Old Trafford? Is just ludicrous. It really is. So I think what he's doing there, he's just saying, look, are you going to let Bournemouth walk all over you again like they did at Old Trafford, or are you going to be switched on this time? Like, that's a message that should happen in the dressing room. You don't need to be coming out and talking that in public, for me. Like, get into the players' heads in that dressing room at half-time, before the game, and get into heads like, look, lads, it's Bournemouth. No disrespect. Like, you're playing for Man United. If you don't go out here and beat Bournemouth, then you're looking at possibly not being here next season. That's how I would put it across. Like, you don't belong at United if you get beat twice in one season by Bournemouth. Again, no disrespect. That's embarrassing. It really is. Let me see what else we've got in the chat here. We have no structure, so any team that comes prepared will beat us, says MDRN. Managers should manage football teams, and they are not English teachers. Last time I checked, no way should Erik Ten Hag take full responsibility for that shower, says Daz Salford, talking to Louise. Out in 2 weeks to 2 weeks to game plan for Brentford, and we looked like crap. This guy doesn't have a game plan for anything. A question from Fred says, we know what's needed, but do you think it's going to actually happen? Yes, I do. I think it will over time, not straight away. It's, like you all know, my big thing is it's not going to happen overnight, and I don't believe it'll happen in that 3-year period that Sir Jim Radcliffe has said he wants to turn things around in. I don't. I think it will happen, though, Fred. I just think it's going to take a lot of time. I do. Block N2410, welcome back to the membership club, my friend. Thank you for renewing. Hello, mate. You got Wembley tickets? I do. I think Graham posted earlier on regarding the tickets and the issues. That's been sorted by the football club now. Thank you for Graham. I did check after that message and comment from him just to make sure myself. And yep, tickets are in wallet, in hand, and ready to go for next weekend. So yes, semi-final, here we come. Road trip, everything else that's going on. We'll try and talk to a few fans outside the stadium as well. So if you are going, then we will be there in plenty of time as always. Maybe we could have a bit of a meet up beforehand. So do get in the comment section and let me know if you are actually going to the game at Wembley. I know Graham is going, and we are all, well, it's quite a big team going. Josh is there, me and Kaz are there, Alfie's there, Graham's going. There's quite a few. It's going to be a good old day, I would say. Let's hope the weather's good and we have one of them happy Wembley days. I'm confident. Like, I want to concentrate on Bournemouth first, but I'm confident United will get another Wembley victory and Ten Hag will get to his third final in 2 years. And that's a feat on its own, isn't it? By the way, guys, it could actually happen that Liverpool have exactly the same season we did last season, and they were laughing at us. Just wanted to put that out there. It's not over yet, so I'm not going to get too hyped about it. Adam, will the Belfast Bebe be playing tomorrow night? Yes, he will. Rashford will play. In terms of injuries, Ten Hag did say that Scott McTominay is chomping at the bit. He wants to be involved. Of course he does. You can never argue with Scott's mentality. He's not a Tony Martial type. Scott would play through anything for Manchester United. That's one thing I will say for Scott McTominay. Like, he is always available when he can be available. So he is looking to be there. Late fitness test for Rashford. He'll pass it. Ten Hag will make sure he plays. You know what he's like. And Rashford, again, I don't know what's going to turn up. I really don't. And it's it's up to him again, isn't it? Like, does he want to bother? I don't know. But he'll be playing. He trained today, and we'll have a late fitness test. So, in other words, that will be Marcus Rashford starting for Manchester United tomorrow. That's 100% guaranteed. I'm going to say it now. Coventry be the end of Ten Hag, says Kitten TV. Sadiq says, Adam, football players should play football, and I think we will beat Bournemouth, glory, glory, and Man United. In terms of what I expect to happen, I'm going for a 2-1 United win tomorrow. I think we will win. I don't think we will allow Lightning to strike twice and Bournemouth beat us twice. Like, I don't think that's happened. And I do believe that as crazy as Ten Hag is and the delusional comments that he makes in press conferences, I think today's shout about not being prepared for Bournemouth is a shout to the rest of the team to say, look, you will be ready for this game. Like, you've had a week off again. Like, if we go into this game and we get tactically outbattled like Ten Hag says we did last time, and we end up not picking up 3 points in this game, then everyone is going to be on Ten Hag. Like, we have got a team, and we all know this team can play. We just did it against Liverpool, and we got through a game, a difficult one there. So let's not be looking at this and going, oh, the injuries of this, not the best preparation. Let's not go into it in the negative form. Let's go into it with a positive mindset, like we're going to win the game, because I think United will win the game. We will. Jay Daly says, Antoinette has done more running in 2 games than Belfast Bebe has in 3 years. Like, I would play Antoinette over Rashford. If he's having a late fitness test, personally for me, that would be him sat on the bench. Whether Ten Hag does that or not, I don't know. I am going to say he's going to play him. That's just my opinion. I think he will. We know what Ten Hag is like. Guys, please make sure that you do give the video a like. We're almost at the 150 like mark. Really appreciate it if you could. Graham says, the game against Coventry will be entertaining. It might be a bit excruciating if the Sky Blues play to potential, but Coventry will play on the front foot. Yeah, like they have been having a decent season as well. Just going to miss out, I think, on the playoffs, but you just don't know from the last few games. It's been close and it's up and down. Tim Garrett, welcome to the Members Club, gifted by Fred. Thank you, Fred. Another legend and another member, absolutely smashing it. Thank you so much. Gary Owen says, lots of talk about Nagelsmann doing the rounds today. Yes, Nagelsmann, my shout, my manager. That's who I would take. Even if he has to come in with a translator or whatever it is, this guy gets a message across. And I think it's time that we got into the next style of manager, like the next sort of, I don't know, next best thing. I don't know if that is Nagelsmann, but I think for United, I think he fits like all what United are and what we're looking to do. Like the whole English thing, I needed to get an English person in there. I mean, I'm not for it. Like, we've been there, we've done it. It's not worked. We need complete change, and I think Nagelsmann is that. Ajax with players like De Jong finished 3rd and 4th in the group stage and semi-finals once. He is shite. I wouldn't even put him on the bench. Let's not risk the delicate petal, and Ahmad might even get some minutes. That's it. Like, some people are just like, don't play him at all. Like, it's a perfect opportunity if he's not fully fit or has only had 1 training session not to play Rashford. If he puts them in, then he just looks desperate in trying to get Rashford in just to try and prove his point. And I do think it will be detriment to the team. I do. And I think it'd be unfair on the rest of the players. Like, if I'm Ahmed now, I'm looking at this going, I've got a chance. I've got a chance at least getting off the bench. That's maybe Anthony or something like that. But if Rashford's in the squad and he's there, then Ahmad is done again, innit? It's the same old thing with Ten Hag. He doesn't try anything different. He won't try anything new. And that's where all the criticism comes for him. So, yeah, I look at it that way and go, it's his own fault, really, innit, Ten Hag? He's the maker of his own demise, you would say. Let's see. Draw against Liverpool with Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Maguire, Camberwell and Dello. And now we have a problem against Bournemouth. How does that even make sense, says MDRN. Leandrew Lee says, before Ten Hag came in, was dubbed the worst United team in history. I think we're not far off it now, are we, with some of the performances that we've had? Fergie's first few teams were so shite. My mates wrote to him about it and got a reply. Love that, Nick. Right into Fergie back in the days when you couldn't post anything on social media and you had to write a proper letter. God, yeah. Those were the days, eh? How do you score a winner against Liverpool and then not be able to get minutes on the pitch? Like, that is crazy on its own, says Louise. I agree. I definitely agree. So, guys, the script for tomorrow is this. We will be doing the warm-up show around lunchtime. It's going to be between 12 and 1 o'clock. I will let you all know what is happening with that. We do have the watch-along on TIFO. I will put a post out tonight with more links to that. There is already a video out, so all the new members that joined today, you can come and join us in the TIFO watch-along. The stream is already set up there, guys, so you can get in there whenever you want, get chatting, get talking, be as early as you want. Just treat it as your own little platform to have a good old chat before the game starts. So if you are a member, then make sure you head over to TIFO. The members video, what's on the channel right now, will give you all the information and links in the description. I will put another community post out for the members tonight as well, for that extra bit of information if you do miss or for some reason can't get onto that members video that's already there. So, yeah, that is us pretty much all set, guys. Apologies again for the technical issue with getting Jay on. We'll sort that out and make sure that's all good for tomorrow. And then we will be back full strength. Warm-up show, then the watch-along. Me and Jay will be back later on as well on Saturday evening to go through the breakdown. It is a 5:30 kickoff, guys. So the show, TIFO watch-along starts at 5. The warm-up show will be around about lunchtime, so like a normal sort of time slot that we always have. And then obviously me and Jay will be back after to go through everything that's gone down in the game. So make sure you're tuned in and make sure your notifications are on and you're all set to go. Guys, again, thank you for tonight. Brilliant show apart from my side of things. We'll sort it out for next time, I promise. But yeah, that is us all done and dusted. To all the new members, 17 of you, thank you. All the people that donated the memberships, thank you. All of your comments, as always, all of your likes. Give it another one on the way out, and we will see you tomorrow, guys. Enjoy your Friday evening. It's D-Day tomorrow again for Ten Hag. We've got to beat the Cherries this time, now. Come on, United.